Alrighty, this is going to be a video about Colosseum. I'm just going to be going over just a Colosseum I had recently, just going through the couple of games. Didn't really verse anyone too impressive except the last opponent, and stay tuned for a really cool capital siege that I had later on. So first game is just a pretty easy game. This is Lakes Colosseum. So I'm gonna have two villages close by. Always nice to know. So with this spawn, it'll be pretty easy to figure out. I got one right there, and then I either have another one in this fog area or to the west. So since it's not over here, that means it will be in the west. And it's still worth it to make that third warrior to go get the lighthouse, because I can upgrade using organization, which also works because I'm getting organization here. So I'm doing that instead of getting riders first, just because economy. I don't get the explorer because I don't want to go down into this corner. I'd rather just have a good economy going forward right now. So capital levels up, 8 stars per turn. Find 2 more villages, or find the one where we were going to find, then we find another one right here. This is great because one of these we can get a good explorer in. This one's kind of hard. This is kind of hard because there's not really good resources for an explorer. I would have to get forestry or fishing. But I just had to go get roads, because rider roads, as I said before, are just so good. You find them, and I'm like, okay, free kill. This is great. I see his border right here, so he has to be either this is his capital, or his capital's probably like around over here. And just went this way. Get the kill, see another city, so I'm assuming his capital's right here, or is right here, and these are just his other 2 cities. Alright, I take 2 guys to go over this way, because I see there's a lot of land over here. Let's capture the city, and I get forestry, so now I can go get the explorer, and get some good necessary vision. There's his capital, only level 2, which is good news for us. Get another lighthouse, and a sea of ruins. So really good vision. He's getting riders and stuff now, so I want to go take advantage of that. So I go get climbing just to apply some pressure. Actually, I siege his capital, and if he doesn't have 2 riders at the ready, then we win. But he has a rider here, and as you can see, the game continues, so he will be able to unsiege. But I want to keep on applying pressure, so I chop to get more units. Now he makes another rider, which I think is really not smart, because I can just get another easy siege on his capital without having that extra defense. I assume he can't see me right here because he's in the lighthouse. So the fact that he doesn't have access to seeing the square means he probably doesn't know there's ruins there. So I'll probably get that ruins. On this side, I'm just expanding. I don't need an explorer. He unsieges again, makes another rider. I'm just pressuring him, just getting free value. And again, yeah, population ruins is amazing. But yeah, again, like, this is just a low-level player. I'm able just to easily waltz in. I run everything up, get a giant. I put my monument there because if I get another monument, I will be able to upgrade this and get a giant with forests. Alright, so he puts his guy right back there, which is just okay. I get a free hit. Siege. It's looking really good. I'm just kind of getting my guys close. I already know I have this game in the bag. He has 4 cities, I believe. Maybe a 5th one somewhere. But it's kind of over right now. Yeah. Kills me for 6 stars, and then now this is the beginning of the end here, as I go and just get the gated power, get another giant, and it's just over. He can unsiege it, but it's kind of just a done deal. Find another ruins, which is just cherry on the top. He unsieges, but again, nothing really can do. I just go in there. I don't know, I should have sieged. I didn't, but Yeah, just a minor mistake. Didn't really matter. But yeah, just wanted to get the vision, and yeah, we won. And that's the end of game 1. Alrighty, this is game number 2. We were against Jam Josem. At the time of this recording, I believe he was ranked somewhere in the 60s or 70s. So, not too shabby. Yeah, let's get into this. So, just those things, it's pretty easy to figure out where the villages are. I get organization again because lots of berries, and I can get the lighthouse here and upgrade the city. So doing that instead of getting riding. I go for the explorers to get some vision here. See the ruins, which is nice to see. And yeah, I see this and I'm like, okay, a rider up here would be amazing to go just conquer all this area. So I'm thinking about sending a rider here. I can also assume that he's going to be bottom or east corner here, since he's not on the top, obviously. Alright. Really cheaply upgrade, and getting this lighthouse allowed me to actually be able to get riding and train a rider, which is pretty cool. So I take my warrior to go this way, and my rider to go this way also, because I can cover more ground faster, and I might actually choose to go fishing because of how much water there is. So I'll drop this guy into the boat and get this guy to go this way. Alright, I'll get another explorer here. And yeah, this is where I do see him. And there's his capital, so he spawned not in a corner, but near like kind of close to this side anyway. I see he has 2 villages. And only 2 because of his points, so that's really good to see. He has forestry, which I can see right now. He's upgrading. He got another city right there. Population, just amazing. Upgrade. All I need is now roads, and I can upgrade my capital. Alright, so I get roads. I want to challenge. I don't want him to get this village, so I want to go challenge it. Just apply some pressure. And ultimately, I'd rather, yeah, let's just do that. He gets riding, or he already had it. I go and just, yeah, I just go and get the giant. Apply some more pressure. Gotta continue to contest it. I do upgrade, and yeah, just training more riders. Alright, this is the turn of the amazing capital siege. Let's take a look. Doing my things on the top, just sending my rider to get the ruins, gonna get the city on top. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units at my disposal. He has an open capital, a unit here, maybe some units, maybe a unit here, or a unit here. But I see a lot of damaged units, and I have enough firepower to do some big damage. So you'll see, I take my 4 units, hit, kill, and then I go attack the rider, and bam, I land onto the capital, I siege the capital, I create a threat right here. I block his warrior from getting to my capital. His other warrior's down here by the lighthouse. The only thing he can do to stop me is by getting some unit from this city down here, but he needs at least 2. And since I know he has roads, it was really good that I used my units to block him. I only needed 1 unit to block, but it looked cooler to have both units block. But he couldn't do anything about it. I capture the capital, and that is the end of game 2. Alrighty. Game 3. So this game is a bit interesting because, first of all, I'm versing, I believe this is a top 15 player, if I'm not mistaken. I can put the rankings on the screen for you. This match is the semifinals of the tournament, and this is one where riding in roads was not the right move, except that it was really hard to see what was the right move, and I had a pretty bad spawn compared to my opponent. Well, let's go get right into the game here. So, Don't get to go first because he's higher seated than me. Just start doing normal things. My initial thought is my next village will be right here, one of these block tiles, and then my other village will either be right here or down here. I definitely decided on going down here because it just seems more likely, and I might send a guy here anyway to get the lighthouse. So we follow through with that. We do find the first village, which is nice. And this is where I make my mistake. It's not hard to see, but I should have went fishing. And I'll leave it at that for now. Or we can press on about that later. But this is where I should have went fishing. And I decided to go and take a risky explorer. I funnel my explorer because I wanted to go southwards. So I get, yeah, let's see what it does. It finds him, which is perfect. It's actually quite the good explorer. See ruins, and I see that next village. It's kind of unfortunate because yes, it is within a 3-tile radius of my capital, but it takes a 4-tile journey to get to this village. So it's quite unlucky that I have a village right here. I know that this is his capital because his 2 villages would be right here and right here. So with that in mind, I know I can't stop him from getting this village, but let's continue. He upgrades so his organization and fishing. So keep that in mind. He got an explorer. Don't know where explorer went yet. Now he gets in the water. And at this point I'm thinking, okay, if he got into the water, he probably is doing it because there's a village in the middle, which there actually is. And just for spoilers, this is what he saw from the explorer. He saw the lighthouse, which means he does not need to send a guy to go this way. And he also gets access to this village and to this village, which has great resources. He also has a really awesome eco of 11, whereas I only have 6. So with that in mind, let's continue. I get a veteran swordsman, which is, besides farming, is the worst thing to get from that ruins. But that's just okay. It's not an end of the world thing, but against someone as good as my opponent, that could be a game changer. Yeah, he drops the guy into this tile, and the only way that this can be legal without him having to make a ship is that if there's a village here. So that was confirmed. Just continue to explore. I get Oregon roads, and I get roads because I need that to upgrade my cities in my capital. Roads wouldn't have been the best option. I should have went fishing just to try to salvage what I can. Go and upgrade. No need for an explorer. I just need to work on my eco. He has sailing now, which is not good to see. Now, I noticed that he lets me get him and let me take the ruins, which makes me realize that he doesn't have vision of this area. So that's why I can now confirm that his explorer went westwards, and he has a lot of good vision there. Just doing some upgrading to do the best I can, try to get the eco. I assume this village is going to be gone, so I capture it to make it take longer for the opponent to get. Also make him burn a sailboat, which is 5 stars, which is great. So at this point in the game, like, he's doing quite well. He has 3, 8, 11, 14 stars per turn. I have 10. He's on starfish, which he will actually go and get navigation at some point. He has access to this village and this village. So at this point, if he was in, like, this is a done game already. But I don't know that right away. In my eyes, I'm thinking, okay, I need to go and put pressure because he's gonna conquer the sea. So I get a resource ruins, which is nice to see, a good ruins. Just continuing to expand, just doing what I can. I upgraded my capital with that lighthouse. Really helpful. Just getting more riders. He captured that city. I know that I'm severely down in cities now. Just trying my best. I'm putting pressure on his capital. I'm assuming he can unsiege it with a boat and the help of that warrior. That's okay. I just want to keep on putting pressure. Getting rid of that production is really good. Alright. Just basic. Just killing. Continuing to siege and putting pressure. And at this point in the game, I'm just trying to grind to get the killer monument as quick as possible. Now I see he has a guy right here, which I can assume he can see my city. So at any point, I'm thinking, okay, he can just go drop the guy in here. That's fine. I have a veteran swordsman, which can whack him out, use the rider, and kill the guy. I don't want to train a guy in here because he's just going to shoot it with ships and get free value. Just continuing to do that. Yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do except just continue to apply pressure. I get mathematics, and this is why. I get mathematics because I can go forest hut, or lumber hut, sawmill, get a giant, sawmill, park of fortune, and have 2 giants. And try to get into the water, and maybe something will happen. Unfortunately, however, I ran out of time, and I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. I could have done 11 stars if I got rid of this forest. I would have had enough, but yeah, it's a little unlucky how that went. That's okay. So now over here, I actually pressure him. I want to see if I can surprise him from getting this, taking back this capital, but I see that he has archery, so I was like, oh, that's cool to see. And riders too, so for some reason I didn't, yeah. And also just from seeing that, the battleship, yeah, he got navigation and a battleship. And at this point in the game, I just knew it was over. There's nothing I can do. It was an easy win for him. He unsieges, no problem. And there's nothing I really could have done. Looking from his point of view, just want to give you context. Like he had a pretty good start. Lighthouse spawn, always nice to see. His villages are close by, good resources. He gets org, doesn't need to get riding because upgrading is just better. He doesn't get the explorer, just goes for high eco. And it's really interesting because he actually goes for fishing, which is actually a good move, just seeing how much water there is. And if you can't really click on the tiles right now, but you can see very distinctly the shorelines. Am I seeing these tiles like, there's not like, this is not a river, this is going to go into open water. And then this is where he goes and gets the explorer. And he gets his meeting stars and then gets to see everything else, which is just really awesome for him. He also is able to upgrade his capital with the lighthouse help. Just an insane, yeah, I don't want to call it luck, but it is very, it was very nice for him. Let's put it that way. So he's just kind of getting on the water, doing his thing. He doesn't see the ruins as expected. Gets sailing. And yeah, at this point, it's just, it's rough. Kind of just a snowball. Nothing I can really do. Fishing was not the intuitive choice. But yeah, it was just unlucky how it ended up. And yeah, from here it's just a full convert into a win, and you can see like by the end of the game, he was well established, eco of 20, all the techs that he needs. He actually pulled archery from ruins right up here. But yeah, these were my only 3 cities. 6-3, nothing I can do. So, GG to him. He played well. And yeah, that was that Coliseum. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.